guys, this is Sean McGarry coming to you live from Cincinnati, Ohio, home of the music salon where great things happen. Hope everyone is doing awesome out there. Hey man, we're going to talk about the 4-letter word today, mode. 5-letter word if you want to say modes. Man, you know, modes are a wonderful thing and are a very mysterious thing unless explained to you properly. And I think I can explain it to you properly. So we're going to talk about the Lydian mode today, which is this dreamy, cool sound that you've heard before. And it's a really a very approachable and doable mode. And let's jump into it. Now it's going to be a two-parter. I'm going to start off here talking about what the mode is, and then we're going to continue on to my Patreon page. So if you haven't done so yet, please click the button below and sign up for the Patreon page. You get tabs for these lessons, backing tracks, the whole 9 yards. Now let's jump into it here. What is a mode? Okay, this is a very complex thing. I'm going to just talk for just a split second here. When I was, late teenager, maybe even early 20s, this is, 1,000 years ago, somebody at the local music store tried to explain to me what a mode is. And my fucking head exploded, and I said, no, I can't do this, because I didn't know enough about the instrument, okay? I knew how to play pretty well, but I didn't know all the names of the notes and all the scale degrees, all that stuff. So, of course, I just ran, and instead of embracing it like I should have, like a dummy, I didn't. So what a mode is, really, it's like, if you know a major scale, you know a mode. So let's say we're in the key of A today. So if I play, I'm going to give you 2 ways to think about modes, okay? And this is, if you start on just like the first degree of the first note of a scale, you could actually say that's a mode. That's called Ionian. Now, very rarely will anybody go, oh, play A Ionian. But that is technically a mode. Now, what happens here is, if you start on a different degree of the scale and play up 1 octave, that means you play up till you get to the next note, it's still a mode. So watch this one more time. If I'm in A major, okay, I'm going to start on the 2nd degree of the scale, the A, and watch this. I'm not going to change anything. I'm just going to play up from this note. I'm skipping the 1st note, starting on the 2nd note and going. Now you might be thinking, well, that didn't do anything for me. But watch this. Now granted, we're in A major, right? Let me go back again. Watch this. Let's do the old ear test. Here's A major, and I'm going to play. Very majory. Now watch this. If I start on that 2nd note and go like this. That's actually a Dorian scale. Okay, so it'll give it a minor sound. So if I go like this, if I go, I'm playing that over a B minor. Hear that sound? So it's really cool how that works. You just start on a different note and it changes it. Now, I lost my train of thought there, but so somebody explained to me, that you have to figure out to play in a certain mode. In what key is that note, like the 5th or the 6th note of? And I'm like, that's way too much thinking. That really is at first. So what I've learned over the years is to play a mode is you just figure out the major scale and then just you just change 1 note. You raise something, you flat something, and that gives you the mode. So in this case, I'm playing in D Lydian, okay? So I was playing around with the sound earlier. Now I'll touch on that in a minute. But what a Lydian mode is, now instead of having, in this case we're in A major, right? So D is the 4th note of that scale. Now this is the correct way that a lot of people explain it to you, and that's not incorrect, it's 100% correct. But I got a shortcut. I got an easier way for you, so stay tuned. But if I go like this, A major, which I was just playing in, da 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 da, I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, voila! Look at that note. That's a D major. Now, if I continue up the scale, listen to that sound. That's called Lydian. So it's a raised 4. It's a major scale with a raised 4. I know your head might be exploding right now, so that's okay. So hang tight. But a lot of people would leave it at that and say, okay, you got to know what key is D, the 4th note in. Nope. Just know that if you start a major scale, no matter, in this case it's D, but no matter what scale, key you're in, just take the scale. So now I'm going to start on the D. So forget A major for a second. Just play the D major. Go do, re, mi, fa. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to take this note right here, the G, and raise it up 1 degree. And that gives us a Lydian sound. So that's the best way to think about it. Just think, okay, find the scale, and then, I'm not going to do all the modes in this lesson. I'll cover them in other lessons. We're just doing Lydian today. Okay, and now when do you use a Lydian mode? That's a good question. You have to know when to use this stuff, or otherwise it's like money you can't spend. So I love this sound. I've always been a sucker for Lydian mode, man. And it's basically, if I'm in a key of D, if you think of like diatonic harmony, and again, I know this might be over some of your heads, but typically, like in theory, you would take this next note, which is an E, D, E, and you would make that a minor chord to like do what's called harmonizing the scale. So I would go. But all you do is you make the second chord a major, so listen to this. So it's kind of like a borrowed chord. Now when I do that, the reason that works is, and again, I'm going to get into the fun, easy stuff here in a minute. I'm going to get the hard stuff out of the way. This note that we raised, that G sharp, is now the major third of that new change chord, the altered chord, the E. So that's why this works, because you've got this is the note that stands out. Okay, so that G sharp really is the kind of the binding thing between these two chords. Now, let's see here. I think I still got this pulled up. Okay, watch this. I'm going to loop this. I'm going to go. Shoot. Hold on. Bear with me for 1 second. Watch this. I'm going to re-loop this. I'm going to go. Now watch this. Okay, D to E. Now watch this. One more time. Okay, let's stop right there. That's the major third of E, that second chord. So this is why this mode works. You got to get that major third in there. And so really, a mode, you just got to find the one note. It's one new note to the major scale, okay? And like I said, it's a cool sound. So here's a couple little exercises for you to get you started. I'm going to show you just this little pattern. This is real simple, but it's a cool way to get started on this mode if you're not familiar. Let's find that note that we're altering now, that G sharp. I'm going to show you 3 positions to play this in. Look. So it's a real simple little idea, but watch this. That's going to get us in the ballpark of the sound. So here's a little exercise just to warm up. Here's your G sharp. You're going to go. And we're going to find out in a couple other spots. Up here. Another spot. So 3 places to play around this little idea. Look. Now we've introduced that G sharp to the mix, and that's what's giving us our sound. Now let's talk about when do you play that. And again, I talked about that a second ago. It's like really just D to E. I'm going to show you this little exercise I did that I love playing, and it's going from D to E all the way up the neck. And you could actually go like this. Just take an old-fashioned cowboy chord, D to E major, and that's actually Lydian. Okay, so if you just go. That's when you would use that. So if you ever encounter those chords, just remember, it's always when the second chord is a whole step up and it's major. Okay. Now, what I like, if you listen to like Satriani and Steve Vai back in the day, like they would use that mode a lot of the shredders and instrumentalists, because it's such a cool, dreamy sound. And I know it's cliche to use that word, but I can't think of another way to describe that sound. It's kind of mysterious. Let me do one more thing here for you. Watch this. Let me just play this note, the G sharp, the altered note, which is the raised 4, or you could think of it as the major third of E. Okay, so we'll check it out. It's kind of mysterious. And I always ask my students, I'm like, what does that note sound to you? Because, what it sounds like to me might be different from somebody else. I've heard people say sad, mysterious, dreamy, weird, tension. So yeah, I think tension is the best way. It gives a little bit of a, but resolve it to that. So just find that note, and that's going to get you started playing the mode, sounding like you know what you're doing. Now, I opened up with this little thing that I love to play and I love to show everybody. So if you're sitting at home or your music store or at a buddy's house, whatever, you want something cool to just kind of play and warm up. And this is a two-parter, watch this. This is also a little rhythm exercise. So we're going to use triads now to play a Lydian chord progression. So we need to play D and E up the neck with inversion. So watch this, that's super easy. We all know a D chord, right? So just move it up 2 frets. Voila, you're playing Lydian. Now watch this. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Now let's make it a little more interesting by keeping a little rhythm going. Well, we're going to strike the bass string. We're going to go. Isn't that cool? All kinds of different stuff with that. So you're just keeping that pulse going. Okay, now here's the exercise I'm going to show you. We're going to go. Now here's the next inversion of these chords. Look. Right there. Look. D, E. Here's the next one. D, E. Okay, so real slow. D, E, D, E, D, E. Look, resolve. D, keep going if you want. So here's the exercise to get us started playing this Lydian. Watch this. So we're going to go. I don't know why I'm playing so light here. Now another thing too, if we kind of use this as an exercise, your right hand is always, or your left hand's moving. Look, so it's at the next chord before I even get to it. Look, you know, as far as the beat goes. So I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. I'm already there, so you can kind of slide. This buys you some time, right? So I'm gonna do this one more time. Check it out. Okay, I'm gonna show you one more thing before I jump onto my Patreon thing with licks, riffs, inversions, the whole 9 yards you can check out. $10 a month, man, weekly lessons, you can't beat it. Okay, this is a cool thing, watch this. Here's your D, here's your E, right, with bar chords. Keep this in the bass, watch go. That's a really cool voicing for that. All right. So that's Lydian, guys and girls. Thank you for watching. Click on over to my Patreon page because this lesson, we're just getting started, man. We got all kinds of cool stuff. Please hit the like and subscribe button. I appreciate everybody taking the time to watch these videos. The comments are awesome. Everybody's awesome. Life is good. See you guys next time.